Please do not listen to this or any recording whilst driving or operating heavy machinery. Please listen to this recording where you can safely go to sleep. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to imagine certain things, but it doesn't matter if you find you can't imagine all the things I'm asking you to. You might even find your mind wandering quite a bit, so that my voice just fades into the background. But that doesn't matter either. The sound of my voice is going to relax you, and it really doesn't matter if you don't hear a word I say, because very soon now you are going to be more relaxed than you have ever known. Imagine yourself sitting on the very top of a green hill on a tropical island. You feel the warmth of the sun on your head and shoulders, and you can see the long grasses around you moving slightly in the gentle breeze. When you look down the hill, you can see a narrow winding path that disappears into a small forest, and beyond the forest you can see the ocean, with sunlight from the clearest of blue skies glancing off the top of the waves in the bay. The whole ocean seems to shimmer and sparkle from those waves. It's a wonderful sight. You begin to move lazily and easily down the path, with the ferns and grasses brushing gently against your legs as you pass them, as they sometimes overspill where you're walking onto the path. And you can just catch the faint smell of salty air in the breeze and become aware of the distant sound of the ocean on the shore, because away you can hear the waves lapping and the sound carries. You can also hear seabirds calling faintly from a long way off. You marvel at the deep sense of calmness and tranquility that sweeps over you as you move on down towards the deep forest, moving so easily and so effortlessly. You feel almost as though you're floating on air. And in no time at all, you find yourself drifting through the trees, their leaves closing overhead to form a canopy, their branches making an irregular pattern against the clear blue of the sky. It's pleasantly cool in the forest, and the gentle sound of birds singing echoing faintly, and the scent of the trees and the undergrowth relaxes you still further as you move easily into the inviting depths. It becomes lazier and lazier with each step you take. You can hear a stream somewhere. Its gurgling sound gradually mingling with the sound of the ocean. As you follow the winding path down and down towards the beach that you know is in front of you, weaving through the trees and brushing aside the occasional piece of foliage until, quite suddenly, you feel the warmth of the sun on your head, and you feel it again as you remember what it was like when you were on the top of the hill, when the sun hit your head and shoulders, and you find yourself on a beautiful deserted beach. A beautiful golden shoreline sweeping away in a gentle curve in front of you to a distant point where the stream seemed to come right down to the shoreline, so their branches actually seem to overhang the ocean itself. You can feel the sand warm between the toes as you stroll lazily across the broad beach to the water's edge. The sand becomes a darker colour when you get there, and you enjoy the change to a moist, firm coolness beneath your feet. As you wander along the shore, leaving a trail of footprints in the sand behind you. Ever so often, a larger than usual wave sends bubbly water foaming around your feet. As they recede, you notice how the sand is washed away from tiny coloured pebbles glinting like jewels in the sun. The smell of the ocean, the sunlight of the waves, the sound of the hissing water over the sand, all these things seem to create a sense of timelessness for some unknown reason, and you find yourself a comfortable position, a grassy hollow maybe, to sit and gaze out across the rolling depths to the horizon. Trickling warm golden sand goes idly through your fingers. There's a faint haze which makes it difficult for you to see exactly where the sky stops and the ocean starts. And as you try to fathom it out, you see a small white cloud appear from somewhere near the horizon. It comes towards the island quite quickly, growing larger as it approaches, until it is immediately overhead. The largest, fluffiest, whitest cloud you've ever seen. And you know somehow how, just by instinct, that you can let all your worries, all your cares, all your fears just drift up towards this large white cloud. You can actually see them drifting away from you in a long, slow spiral. Maybe like smoke from a bonfire, just spiraling away from you towards this large white cloud. The cloud absorbs all of your worries into itself, swallowing up all of your fears and anxieties, and becoming steadily darker all the time, just as it reaches its darkest, just as the last time of that spiral of your worries and cares disappears inside it. The sun bursts through, dispelling every one of your worries, every one of your fears and anxieties to the edges of the universe, and the cloud disperses, going into nothing. All your anxieties and cares are gone. You are left totally relaxed and perfectly at ease with yourself, without a single care in the world. And now all of your troubles and cares have floated away from you, and you settle yourself down into a comfortable position and just drift off into sleep, and relaxing sleep. And while you sleep, you dream. You dream you're walking down a long corridor, stretching away in front of you in a long, gentle curve. So long that you can't actually see the end of it. But you know that this corridor is in the very depths of your subconscious mind, in the part of your mind that knows just what to do and how to do it. As you move along this beautiful corridor, becoming even more relaxed, even more lazy, you realise that time and space is beginning to lose its meaning, and slowly the walls of the corridor seem to dissolve straight away, leaving you in a large room. The room is full of a gentle golden light that relaxes you further and further, and you suddenly realise, with a surge of inspiration and pleasure, that what you once saw as limits are merely stepping stones to greater success. It suddenly dawns on you, with a surge of joy and anticipation, that once it seemed to you to be the limits of your personality, of your skills and abilities, are nothing more than stepping stones to even greater success. One wall of this room is like a huge television screen with words and images flashing across it too fast for you to see. And you realise that this information is being transmitted to different parts of your mind and body. And you use your mind and will to stop. And as you do, the screen clears and the word ready appears in large flashing letters. And now your mind is prepared. It's receptive to everything that has been said to you. And everything I've said will be accepted into your subconscious. And you will feel relaxed. And you're ready for sleep now.